Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to 2 Point Campus. Welcome back to 2 Point University, where things are going pretty well. And I thought we'd have a look at it on the main screen because, well, it just looks like there's a lot going on. Well, I suppose because there is. We've got all this money. Our, look, average grade is A+. We have all 3 stars now. The average student happiness is pretty good. Look at the campus level. 248 students, 72 staff. Just in case you're wondering, lots of courses running. We have 3 more courses to go, and then that means we will have every base game course active on this university. So here we are from the end of the last. The year has ended. People are going. Look at them all. Clearing out. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now what we have learnt is that starting courses in the summer holiday is probably a mistake. You're going to cause yourself a lot of problems, it turns out, with what rooms are needed for what. Oh, can somebody get this? Clean up an R4. It looks like we do need another robotics and spy teacher. What I might do though is have a look at the courses and make sure that our student intake here is all right. I mean, it is looking pretty good. It is a mix of 6 and 8 students, as at present the yeah, do you know what, we will do this. As at present, maximum amount of students is 300, so we do need to be careful with this. Ooh, Ursula Dandy, Iron Bladder, would like a straw. Spy School and Inspirational Speaking, which is something I always train my teachers in. So that is wonderful. I've forgotten what colour I've gone for the teachers in this area, and of course they've all left. Is it this one? No, that's... Uh-oh. I don't remember. Was it the stripy black gown? Right, okay. Well, clearly I'm going to have to come on to here. Albert. It's red. It's red. Alright, sorry, Ursula. That may have been goth place. No, goth would have been black, would it not? Actually, I probably haven't used standard anywhere. There we go. One teacher. The way this bites at people gives me a Sims cow plant vibes. Squeaky clean. Look at this. Rapid. Doesn't use enough milk. David Scream. In he goes. Oh look, we've got a sports teacher over here. They really get around in the summer break, don't they? Now another thing is that we have 120 course points. And we're not going to need that many to complete this campus. So I think what I might do is increase the course level of School of Thought. Because we do struggle with this one, with the learning rate. So I don't think it would be a terrible idea. It is very hard. Students are here for a long time. We've had a couple of failures, and what I've noticed is that we do have students sort of scraping by with this particular course. So I think upgrading it will be a good idea. And we want to keep this, however, at 8. We want it at our maximum because those tuition fees are amazing. If we confirm that, and it means that we can now take our School of Thought teachers and we'll be able to train them higher in School of Thought beyond level 3. And I do think it's sort of needed. Yes, yes. And it is now the only course that we have tuition in as well. It is the only course. I could have put that on teachers only and saved myself some scrolling, but there we are. I believe we are ready to start the next year. It's happening. It's happening. we are going to be getting into this building, of which we've left ourselves plenty of space. We're going to need it. Wow, look at all these students arriving. This is great. They just poured out of here. Look. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, the students arriving. It's the best. Let's get some training going. Right, that is a lot of training. But we are needing less of it these days. But it's going quite well, the training. In case you want to have a butcher's here. And we can see we're sort of aiming for level 3 across the board. And teachers, I like to get inspirational speaking and comic timing. And yeah, we're largely aiming for level 3. With assistance, again, level 3. We've employed some that are higher levels in certain areas. If we start to lose money, these are the sorts of ones that we would fire so that I can get them to a lower level. You know, because they're quite high. But if we can afford them, we're going to try and keep hold of them. And then our janitors, the training's coming along nicely. And as we train up our team of janitors, things are calming down in the campus until we have all the weather conditions. I suppose that does tend to upset things a bit, but they catch up with it, you know, so they're doing well. This is coming along nicely. I haven't needed to employ any for a while. I did fire some and replace them with cheaper janitors because we had some that had some crazy levels here. So I got rid of them and did the neat thing of having everybody at 3. It seems to be going pretty well. I think they are okay. Now, with this building, we are going to have funny business, scientography and gastronomy. The last 2 being 3 years, funny business being 2 years. In this building, we're going to need quite a bit. Just in classes, we're going to need 2 lecture theatres, 1 savoury kitchen, 2 science labs, and a sweet kitchen, albeit a barely used sweet kitchen. And yeah, some of these rooms are quite large. We're going to need quite a lot of dorms as well to accommodate all of this. So unfortunately, as shapes go, this is going to need to be a smidge bigger. So let's get that done. So here we are. Let's start the courses. Actually, shall we? No, we will. Yeah, might as well. We want this one here. Start. We're going to have 6 here. And we would like this one again. I think we're going to go 6. Nice. And funny business. Once again, we are going to have 6. Excellent. Excellent. Right. So, we are going to need to accommodate all of this. 2 of these. We can get the upgrades going right away. No need to mess around, eh? Right. Lecture. Another one over here. We're definitely going to need these. Yeah, we are. And it's going to be those 2 and this one. Same over here. To get these 3 courses, they are going to need 2 lecture theatres. There'll be a little bit of space, but not much. And while I remember, maybe it's time to go around all of these rooms and remove the new courses. But at least this will be the last time I will have to do this. Well, that took blinking ages. Look, they've upgraded these in the time that it took me to do that. There we are. Right, that's them upgraded. So we are going to need a savoury kitchen. We need another science lab, actually. This one is a shed. This other one doesn't need to be. So this does not need to be shared in any way. Let's flip it around. Stick it here for now. This one. No sharing. No sharing. Just that one. You can share that one. Good. So that's 2 science labs, 2 lecture theatres. Now we need the savoury kitchen and we need the sweet kitchen. Do I have kitchen? I do. Oh, look at that. So we have a sweet kitchen. Lovely. And then look, I've got it right and left. We can go any which way. Look. For now, let's just shove it there, shall we? What's invalid? The windows. Shove it there then, shall we? What's invalid now? What's wrong with the rack? There we go. Better now. So this would be all the classrooms they require, which is great. Yeah, okay. So let's get those upgraded. This needs upgrading. That one is upgraded. Fantastic. Now it comes down to dorms. They're going to be 6 students per year. Right, 6 students per year. And on gastronomy, for example, there are 3 years, which is 18 students. Now, our dig site, let's put this crypt thing, let's put that over there. So, what are we doing? So we need, in rooms, actually let's find this, for the cooking. We have one, don't we? I'm sure that we do. Do we not? Chef. There it is. Now this will do 15 students, not 18. But for the moment, we can always put like a love one in for the slack, right? So the slack at the moment being 2. Now the same's going to happen again with the science, right? The science dorms. We need, there it is. So that's going to be another 2 students that are without a room, right? There. But with funny business, there's only going to be 12 in the funny business room. It's going to be 12. Where is it? What would I have called it? Who knows? Was it near the top? Did I not save it? This is terrible news. It's so long ago. I've not saved a dorm for it, really? I thought I did one for every single course. Absolutely did not. Well, it was nice and colourful, wasn't it? Do you remember? All that time ago. It was. Now we need to decorate this to be funny business-ified. And I do remember making it. I tried to make it a bit like a circus tent, right? With that ghastly floor. That's it. Ugh. Lot. Oh my goodness, that's awful. Look at that carpet. Oh, it's doing things to my eyes. It's outrageous. They're not going to want these sort of posters, are they? Let's try and get them something a bit more up there. Flagpole. Not really finding much of anything, but look, this pink might be nice next to this bed. What else could we have? Not really a lot here for clowns. Maybe we could do a Jasmine Odyssey. And when in doubt, Roderick Cushion. That's Now also the rugs. Not music rugs. We don't want music rugs. We need something else. There we go. Not too bad. I wonder if maybe we could put in a different plant, you know? Oh, yeah. Now, we would have space for 3 extra students in here, and we'll have 4 students. So maybe we should, for the overflow, go for another love dorm. Right. Dorm for love. Yeah. Now, we have this one on the other side of campus. Kind of like the idea. Oh, get rid of all this. So, don't need for funny business. It's going to be for you and you. Right. Well, I kind of like the idea of using some of the Valentine's stuff. Look. Oh, goes quite nicely with this bed. Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all pretty incredible. But maybe this one? What carpets have we got? So I'm not seeing anything really in terms of Valentine's flooring. We do have this rosebud one, but it's a bit... It's not quite there, is it? Maybe this hardwood floor and... Oh, it looks incredible. I think we might unlock this one. That's the one. That is the one. Excellent. So that can pick up the slack, right? That can definitely pick up the slack. Next, we need a library. Again, with just a quick one to get us going. That's where we are. Look at all this stuff, though. Look at all this. I am half tempted to just look. This is amazing, right? And I want to use some of it. We've got, look, up here. Did you see? We should use some of this. Actually, we were unlocked one of these, didn't we? Will it go above this bed? Where is it? There it is. Oh, it won't. Sad times. It's quite big. To be fair, it is quite big, isn't it? it's quite large. Do we have like we don't have a rug. That's a shame. That's a bit Christmassy. We can't see how that... Fine. Oh, hang on. We do have a rug. Heart rug. It's a heart rug. Oh, quick. Oh, yeah. Oh. We're going to unlock the heart lights. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to do all this on the Valentine stuff. Never got around to it. Oh. It's too amazing. Concentric hearts. Look at this. Did I say Halloween? Valentine's. There we go. Oh. It's too good to ignore. Right, okay. There. A library. Just a basic one to get us started. I don't think we will need any form of tuition here at all. I just don't. We'll need toilets and showers. We will need that. Bit of a rejig. We can probably pop that over there to get it out of the way, right? And what we might be able to do to help us in the toilet and shower area is increase this here, allowing us to get some toilets and showers in here. Yeah. I think that would be nice. Toilets and showers. And an earthquake. Lovely. Just to get us going. Excellent. Yeah, so I don't think we'll need any tuition at all. I think that will be fine. If we have room, which we probably will, I might try and get a student lounge in there. But otherwise, I think I think this is pretty good for basic rooms, basic requirements that they will need. We will need to, of course, employ some teachers, which we'll do closer to the time. But yeah, good start in facilities. What you digging up? Hey, what are we digging up? Anything good? Oh, I see a horn. It's gonna be good. Is it gonna be one of these? Is it gonna be this? Another one of them. I don't think we need. We can sell that. I don't think we need another one of them. Doesn't seem to be any spy school stuff happening right now. Maybe when they all show up in one place, we might see a mole kicking about. We have a mole! Mole. Also, you need a shower. Brangelina Longbottom. You need a shower. We have a mole. It is a mole situation. Also, the year's about to end. Making it a little bit more tricky. Now, let's see if I can deal with this without expelling somebody I shouldn't be expelling. As always, overrunning. It does when you get into later years. I think above year 10, this does go off. And it seems to get worse and worse and worse. This class should be done. There we go. Good. Right, who is it? I think you. Maybe not. Mind you, there might be two. They're splitting up. Yeah. Pulled the camera out. Boom. That's one. That is one. Ready for us to start a new year. And we're going to have all of these new students. My goodness, let's view the awards. We did expel one. That did definitely happen. We did definitely do this. We've got 25 course points left. Amazing. Right, so we need some teachers. That we do. We also need, look, someone to work this, of which I don't like you, or you, or you, or you, or you. Well, that's a good start. Okay, let's get to the teachers then. Right, well, so we only have Juliet Husky, who has poor personal hygiene. What have we got here? Ooh, squeaky clean and rapid. More Ricky than Nigel. Zoe Pong. Zoe Pong? Definitely not. Definitely not. So it's between these two, but with the inspirational, you're in. Now, with this in mind, we need something fun. Oh, yeah. Or holiday wear. Don't know about you, but the holiday wear is pretty good. I don't think we've used green, have we? Should we use green? Don't think we've used green. We'll go with that. It's going to have to be Juliet Husky, for sure. Just not getting anyone at all better than her. So our choices here are Dry Mouth, Bin Blindness, Gross Lollygagger, Bin Blindness, and Lollygagger. Ugh, I guess Dry Mouth? Come on then, Tig. Randy Face? They have a weak bladder, but they're in. They also have an incredible name, by the way. Let's put him in the yellow vest. Excellent. We have our staff. Don't worry about that. We'll worry about that later. That's a later problem. Now, I think if we have a look at this. So look, our students have gone a bit squiffy here. Yes. Okay, let's have a fiddle. We might need to bring everybody down to 6. There we go. So 6 students in every course. Good. Here we go. It's happening. We're starting a new year. with the last 3 courses in place. We need to decorate all their rooms, make everything lovely, but this is good. This is good. Do we need to research this? Unlock through research. Oh, yeah, we need to research that. That's because it was early game. So there's a couple of bits I haven't actually researched, isn't there? This being one of them. So we may need to get our gastronomy teacher to look into this. Let's have a look here. Wow, there's so much. There is so much here. Here it is. So is it the only thing I've not done? Oh, and this. Right. We'll get both of these going. There were a few cut corners and leftover parts in our original design. Let's take another look at the manual and see what they're for. Boom. And if we find our gastronomy teacher, what we will do... oops. Not that. Research. There we go. Get on that, please. Any more moles in yet? Any more moles in the house? Yes. Up here. Is it you? I think it might be Tig here.
You students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
No. You? Is it you? There might be more than one here, actually. Okay. Going to hazard a guess at this person. Nice. Excellent. Otherwise, we seem to be clear, so maybe it was just the one. Good, good, good. In here. Look, you've got it over here. Oh, you don't. Okay, well, this is where we will put it. This is where we will put it. Yeah? Yes. There you go. So, after class, you can come and use it here. Alright. Good. So, where are we? We do have a science class happening. Look at all this. 17 classes. Apparently, we do have a clown class going. Oh yeah, over here. There we go, there they are. Excellent. And gastronomy! Do you know what? This course is alright. I like this course. I do. It's great. It's a bit burnt. It's a bit burnt. This is great. Everything seems to be working as well. We need to upgrade 3 items. That's fine. We're going to research these last 2 items, get them upgraded. So everything is upgrading nicely. I'm a little bit disappointed with the shape of the building. It's a bit boring. In my opinion, might be able to jazz it up a bit. I do quite like the idea of making this back end slimmer. I do. Shame about that wall. Just slightly in the wrong place, isn't it? This window. There's... And then, I wonder, can we... Why? Oh, Jesus! Can we adjust one of... Stupid thing. Pixel hunting the speaker. Right, first of all, let's move the bin. Right, where is it? Oh, it's down here. It's the shadow. It's the shadow. Oh, and this doesn't have the fine tuning. Oh, this is... I raised this ages ago and it's still not done. Are you for reals? Right, okay. Let's... That's another one. Fine. If we just fine-tune the window then. So that's not so bad, is it? It's slightly less offensive. It was that. Get rid of it. Okay. I guess we're going to need to do a similar... Oh, that burger looks much nicer. Similar sort of deal on this side, right? Yeah. Have a bin in the middle of the class, everybody. No, that's the best I can do. It won't actually... Whatever. That one must be slightly forwards. Doesn't look like it though, does it? Most odd, most odd. Oh, did you see that? We got sabotage over here. Or they had... Oh, maybe they drank something? It was the same icons above his head. Did you see it? I swear they were. I swear they were. Oh, somebody's using the cube. The mysterious cube. It's the best. The mysterious cube is the best. It's great. It is great. Right. I do like the idea of bringing this in. If I can bring it in more, I will. But for the moment, let's just do this. So I think what we may need to do, as much as I like my kitchen, I think we might have to come up with a new design for it over here in the centre. Somewhere here. We are going to have to come up with something new. Yeah. Okay, get rid of that then. It's going to be completely changed anyway. They are getting a bit crazy, the queues. Could probably do with a spare... these are getting busy as well. It might be that when we come to redo this building, we'll get an extra pastoral and medical office in there. That may be needed, or it might be that we get a small building over here that has those two things with a staff room, just nice and centrally. Might not be a bad idea. Okay, so we're changing the shape up a bit. We're probably going to remove this, but we need to redesign the space a smidge, right? We do. And a window just in here might be nice. Windows here and here. Actually, what was that colliding with the door? This window, that window. Because I'm thinking door. Or do we want to make use of the double doors? Make use of the double doors like this. Get the windows in there. Oh yeah. Ooh, we got Orb Club. 500 students joined it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's wonderful news. Oh no, they do need the target range. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is a problem. That is a... Oh, hello. Are you a dubious person? Yeah. Click it. Get out of it. Right. So... I guess I have no choice but to do this. It's making all this even more weird, isn't it, than it already was. With that built, we can increase the size of this room. It's got a bit pokey over here. I feared it might. It thought it might, yeah. Okay. Do that. Move this up. Oh, don't. Don't start. Don't start. Okay, fine. Get rid of this. There we go. Let's have a look here. So, wrong button. You in there. Excellent. Now, I wonder if we could... I mean, we do have a shelf here. Right? We do. If we were to pop a desk there... Sorry. Pop that desk there. Can we get bomb? Oh, yeah. Too right we can. Ah! Excellent. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. Less nicely done. Okay. Now, it does make this slightly longer. It is a true story. This is annoying that they walk around back here. I'm gonna have to look into that. We could move this wall down.
As a class reunion and ended with them,
you know,
could.
Can we put, what other items can we put in here? Nothing particularly interesting.
Everybody get in the shed.
Okay.
I can't revise anymore.
What's nice is that in my mind, of course, they can revamp this assault course on a regular basis because we have so many different types. They don't have to have the same one every year. They can swap it out. So when they say, "Oh yeah, I did that course," the best way to get through it is this, and they'll be like, "Oh, they don't have that course anymore. You're well old." Okay. Anyway. So look, we've got wallpapers now that we've never unlocked. Probably because I was quite happy with this. But now, oh, that's good though, isn't it? So we can defrost at sea. And then we have Herbert's Garden. And I quite like Herbert's Garden. That's alright, isn't it? Look, tall grass floor. Oh, look at that. Aubergines. Okay. What do we want though? Do we want to keep it? Do you know what? That might do actually. Yeah. What about this one? Oh, can we upgrade this yet? No. What about this one? Right, okay. Never unlocked them, look. We have bubbled gum. Very nice. Wet ice. Oh, I quite like wet ice. And then in terms of floors, heavy cream. Oh, I like it. And the floor is chocolate. I think I quite like heavy cream. Mind you, these go quite nicely together. I think I like heavy cream though. Okay. Good. Yeah. Did we do the science ones? Because again, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I must have done them. Must have done them when we got to it. So you can see here. We could do with some more windows. Right. We could definitely... Yeah, it matches that side. We could put a window in here. That works for us. Maybe we could put in a corner window over here. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. But there we are. Can pretend that it doesn't cover this bit. But it does. And I just got to pretend that it doesn't. So I like this. Sort of moving it from the sides. I like that. You know, we can get these rooms in over here.
Just a group of mates, their matching bucket hats,
right.
a case of antique fishing flies. Pure bliss.
The library can be nice and large in the centre here, can't it? We're going to need quite a big library because we've got quite a lot of students. Look at this mess. What have I done? Oh, for Christ. That's better. That's better. It is fixed now. Let's move these bennies, because of course they're for you. Actually, let's... Not that anybody's working this. We can get rid of that one. We might move these closer to the door, because I know that there's clowns in other areas of campus that would like that. Yeah. I'm going to move the library. Yeah. Okay. Now this is going to be a good place for a staff room, I think. Good place for staff room. Let's grab this one. Pop that in there. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And then we might be able to get, what do we think? A student kitchen, being where we are, knowing what we know. We could make it a larger one too, couldn't we? Maybe. No, because I'm lazy. I don't know, we might do. Let's pop that in for them to use. Oh yeah, it's coming along, isn't it? It's coming along. How is this? Right, this is taking too long. It's because we don't have a dedicated... Are you in here now? You are. Go faster. Yeah? Go faster. I tells you. Oh my goodness, there's actually... There's nothing here to show. That's new. Well, we expelled some spies, but nobody failed the new courses. Always nice. We completed this project, which is wonderful. Now, Super Chef 3 developed the finest culinary grade heating station the county has ever seen. This won't be a mere oven. It'll be a really amazing oven that does a whole bunch of stuff. This is the last thing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Wolfpack. I want to read the Wolfpack. Oh, this is terrible. I want to read the Wolfpack. So how are we doing for upgrades over here? So we've got the final upgrade from the patisserie. Let's get that going. We've moved these rooms, so we may have some funny walls. They're okay, they're okay. Goodo. Yeah, they're both level 3, which is great. This is level 3. Right, these are upgrading. This is almost done, actually. So, and we've got the research going for this. That's good, right? This is going well. Where are we with students? 6 across the board. Lovely. Let's start the year. Unresolved. Right, funny business teacher. Oh, there we go. Not surprised. Let's get the funny business teacher in, shall we? There's so many things in it. Oh, look. I mean, this rich bullfrog, this makes a lot of sense to me. He's expensive, but for somebody who's really funny, though, he looks pretty mad. But we're going to get him in. He's too funny to not... too funny to not have in our lives. There we go. Good. Internet history. The internet history teacher again. I'm inclined to ignore that. We're going to go to the science. The science one. Well, there's all sorts of good stuff here, but I think we're going to go with still pinching themselves. Now, so how do I say that? Let's go yellow. Excellent. I'm going to ignore this internet history teacher business again. We've got internet history teachers. They could have just been training at a bad time. You know, quite honestly. With that in mind, shall we get some training going? I think we should. Yes, let's get all the training. finally all the janitors have maxed out their training, or to the level 3 that I'm inclined to put them out. We'll see how they cope with these levels now. Get an idea of how they're doing. Yeah. So looking at this, the rooms are in pretty good nick. We need to do these science labs, make these science labs nice. And we don't need everything in each room, you know. So for example, we could say remove this, remove these. Oh no, we can't because of the... This is the shared one, this isn't. I suppose we could share both of them.
Campus provides healthcare for its students.
I suppose we could, couldn't we? The same courses I got in here, I could put in here. We could share both of them. Yeah. Maybe we could finally have a room with this in it. What's happening with this? I like it though, don't they? Science unit. Exhausted. What's this Simon says? Don't drink that! Oh, for Christ. Oh, look, it does use those same icons when they drink a particular potion. Oh, there we go. Question answered, isn't it? We are still earning money, which is nice. It's important. We have reached campus level 50. I think that's the maximum level that you can reach in the game. I think that is it. So we've done these 2 science labs, and we've also done this library. I've noticed we've not really had any janitors come over here. That being said, I have also had some janitors... No, I haven't had any janitors training, have I? No, they're all done. So, looks like we could do with a little bit more. But we're close. Can you see? We are close here. So at the moment we have 16 janitors. Currently have 16 janitors. Some are on break, you see. And I want them to be able to have breaks. It's important. So I might get... is that true though?
That's all from us
It might be true.
Campus Radio. As expected, there wasn't really a good opportunity to use that button during the show. So before we leave,
Still lets me.
we'd have one more go. There you have it.
Excellent. So we're right here.
So reminded to take their time and submit
Maintenance,
assignments
speed.
somehow.
It'll be fine. It's going to be fine. I would like a couple. Let's get one. A lollygagger. Negates the whole point. Do you know what? We'll go with you. And... not that one. This one. Good. Also, though, do you know what you need? That one. That's it. God, that camera work was amazing. She's been really good with the camera. There. Slightly larger kitchen, which is great. Do you know what? I like the idea of having another student lounge party.
Assistant needed
There we
in
go.
library.
Lovely, lovely. I think that would make all the rooms here decorated with just the corridors left to go. So not too shabby. Winner cook-off. Winner cook-off. Should we do like... Oh, we can't. Because we have to build up to it. We have to build up to it. Let's do it in April. Savoury kitchen. So we do need to rename. Now. Peluso. Avid watcher. And PEEP extraordinaire. Came up with an absolutely winning idea. Yes, he did. So, Peluso came up with the idea of naming buildings after patrons. And I thought that was an absolutely winning idea. He came up with a whole bunch. One of them was Peluso Laboratories, which I'm going to keep. No, that's right. Right, I'm going to keep that one. It's locked in. I like it. Also, while we're here, I think... Yes. Have a selection. Go on. If you dare. Deviled eggs. Oh, we have a reason to believe there is a mole on campus. Uh-oh. Let's deal with that first, and then I'll get right back to this.
Is you.
Well, if there is a mole, they are keeping it proper on the down low. They must be entirely alone right now. Now, I know that Peluso didn't mean for me to use all of his, but you know, they were good. What can I say? You know, what can I say? They were good. And the names that he came up with were more for sort of rooms rather than buildings, and I think he was expecting me to use my own brain. But you know, here it is. So, Sir, being my top absolute cream of the crop peep, has the my favourite course in the entire game. There it is. Right, so 007 Gymnasium. We love a bit of it. Now, for Sanat, Sanat Huja, he came up with Sanat Auditorium. Kind of makes sense over here, doesn't it? Here we go. This stage still failing. Also, though, what a band! So, yes, Sanat Huja Auditorium. It's a huge auditorium, in fact. Do we go Sanat? Or do we go Sanat Huja Auditorium? It's a huge auditorium. Huge auditorium. Okay, that's that one. Good. Oh yeah. It gets all the music and the good vibes. Sanat. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I like all the stuff that's happening around here. It's a shame the band isn't actually on the stage. Squeezle, one of my longest, the longest patron I have ever had. So Squeezle, we're going to actually name the field after, right? I think I'm going to do that. Squeezle Field. Oh yeah. Squeezle. Would it fit? Cheeseball Field? Oh yeah. Now, Popped Latte, another one of my long-standing patrons, is a fan of Stardew Valley, you know, which has not only gardening but also, you know, digging, mining and stuff in it. So I'm thinking Popped Latte dig site. I might get rid of the word dig, call it sandy site. There we go. Nice. Over here, one of my top peeps is Isabel Black. And we're going to call this Magic. Isabel Black Magic Building. Just call it Isabel Black Magic. There we go. Oh, yeah. Look at this place. This place is freaking cool, right? This building came out so much better than I ever imagined. I love it. The Wisdom Building, I'm going to name after another one of my top peeps, Cal. There we go. We could actually make it as though it's like, you know, his wisdom. Yeah, being taught across the the student body, yes. And then over here, another top. PEEP. Jarrett Gadget's Jan building. Garrett. What about just Garrett's Gadgets? Oh my god, that's a tongue. It's turned into a tongue twister. Jarrett's Gadgets building. Oh, yes. This is great. Bluestone's onto a winner here. We do have staff building. I do have... Oh, look at them charging in. Scallywags. Absolute scoundrels. We don't have anything piratey for Ruby, but maybe instead we could, you know, it's not pirate, but knights. So we could have the Ruby battleground. Just imagine everything's covered in rubies. Oh yeah, yes. I guess even if we had like the alien course, but we don't even have that, do we? So that is what it is. So over here we have the staff building. Indeed we do. What could we call this? What about like Kazakhal's crazy training. Oh. Like this. Kazakhal's crazy training. Yes, Kazakhal. Look, you've got a whole building. Kazakhal, not only a patron, but extremely active in the community. We love active. Always talking and chatting with us. We talk all the time, don't we? Oh. We just saw that plummet all the way down. We did. Now I think there's a very real chance we're going to be adding another building in the next and final episode of this campus. So I'm going to keep a name back for that. After obviously not Barry, I'm going to name this obviously not a student union. There we go. Obviously not a student union. After obviously not Barry, there you go. Now this is a very popular computer lab, shared by many, many students. This is going to be Chrissy's computer lab. Absolutely. Very active patron in the community. She's great. We love Chrissy. Can we have somebody fix this bug, please? Would somebody like a toilet named after them? No? Okay. What if we called this Sir 007's Sports Hall, right? And then we'll call this gym. Yeah.
Is shaking. You're not imagining it. It's happening.
Jera Loren. Jim. Yes. There you go, Jera. Have I said your name right? I hope so. If not, shout at me in Patreon comments. Do it. Do it. I'm not very good at reading names. You have to help me. Oh, we won that cook-off, everybody. That's fantastic. Now, I would like to get something named after David Williams. I absolutely would. I don't know what David Williams would like named after him. Let's get this fossil. Actually, do I have the fossil? I don't. I want the fossil. Put the fossil there for a minute. Actually, scrub that. Make it like a sort of a centerpiece here. Excellent, excellent. Good, good. What is this? You need the cheese. Oh, we do need to do the cheese ball field. It will get beautiful when we do the grounds. It will indeed. Good. David Williams then. Oh, look. We have the jousting field. Call it Williams Jousting Field. There we go. Nice. Like it. I like that. That's good. We're going to keep Mrs. McGann back, I think, for the other building, who is another very active Patreon in the community. We'll keep her back, I think, for another building that is coming. You know, it might be like Mrs. McGann Medical building or something. Good. Well, there we are. We have oh no, I need to do the corridors, don't I? We're close, but I do need to do the corridors. I thought it would be nice actually to have food, lots of different food type things in here. You know, it just sort of made sense to me, and we could even pop these in as a sort of slightly unusual, you know. We'll get a food court area over here. We'll have one here and we'll have one here. So there'll be food all over the place eventually when we do the grounds. But inside here, a bit of extra food might not hurt, right? You know, maybe we could have some of the unusual machines just to mix it up a bit, like the milkshake thing that makes everybody sick, because it does though, doesn't it? It does make me sick. And then I guess the no cheese, no point that everybody hates. I guess we'll put that into. We'll pop that over there. No cheese, no point. Let's get some binnies. Good. We are going to need places to sit down and eat and socialise as well, to be honest. So we'll pop a table there. We will pop a table here. And we will pop a table there. This should be good. This should be good. We'll get some I Love toilet paper in there. There we go. I like to get lockers in, don't I? So this can be a good locker location right here. In fact, we could probably... No, not do it on both sides. We need some entertainment, don't we? Do you know, we don't have this. We don't have it, do we? We don't. Meat Wizard. Again, kind of makes sense even with this course. Meat Wizard just always makes sense. We always want Meat Wizard. Always want Meat Wizard. Pop that in there. We'll stick a phone on the end. For good measure. Also, because there's a lot of dirty hands. There we go. Excellent. So we got some entertainment going. We could do with some social. We'll pop that there.
Despite the rumours, the campus grounds.
And you know what? Pop another one there, and we'll pop this here. That will be nice. That will be nice. Yes. Maybe what we do is we get rid of this table because we've got one on the other side, and we put the barrels there instead. View the awards. Let's do it. We had somebody drop out. I have no idea who. It probably came up. You probably all saw it. I did not. It is what it is. 66666. Oh, hello. Student intake on science has gone down to 5. Let's start the year. Perhaps we'll wait for the students to come in. Yeah. It's let us sneak our way over. A smidge, hasn't it? Oh dear. I like this. I think we've done well here. There are lots of people are using this. Why though? Nobody knows. It's weird though. Can we put that in? No, do put this in. Maybe we pop that in. You know. Nah, it's too pokey over here. It's too pokey.
Here's a pretty niche favourite of mine from an actor. Cannot even pronounce it.
We'll put that in. That'll work for us. Nice. Okay. So in the next episode, we are getting to the grounds. We are going to make... We're going to finish it. We're going to finish this campus. We're going to sort this building out. Probably have another smaller building put in. And then make everything outside just stunning, including this cheese ball field. Oh yeah. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.